Okay, awesome. So simply using a cold cycle instead of a hot.
Cold cycle instead of a hot cycle. Yes.
And since there are a lot of counties out there, and the majority of the world, you know, I could easily say, is still using a lot of single-use plastics and even these plastic bags. Now, if your county hasn't taken those away or said that that's something we don't want in our environment, there is something more we can do. You can kind of force the hand of your county even without going to legislation, and that's through demand. And Kay, what's going to happen if people stop taking the bag or start using reusable grocery bags at their local grocery store? Are they going to keep stocking as many?
No, they're
bags?
not. Exactly. And we saw even prior to the plastic ban bag, I saw people always request paper. So paper is biodegradable, it acts as an excellent recycling bin. So even if you're just request paper every time, super little thing.
Small change.
Small change. You know, and these aren't life changes. You know, I didn't really even notice.
Wait, you mean we can live without these little plastic bags and straws? Are you sure?
It challenged me to remember to have grocery bags in my car at all times, but you know, I got over that. It's my own challenge. But yeah, the little things like that, I think. And give it to the kids. You know, I think we underestimate just how smart our little kids are, and you know that they see things really clearly, and you know they inherited this challenge we have with sustainability, and I think they're going to be the ones who will help dig us out. But you know, engaging them, getting them down. I'd love to get the Silvergate kids down to celebrate your boat and what you're doing.
We'd love to get them on board and teach them about what we're doing.
Here at Cabria, we do a couple events with some inner city kids who may live maybe 2 miles away from the bay, but they've never been out on the bay. So we try and give them the experience that this is your bay too. You know,
That's
let's
awesome
own
that you guys
this.
are doing that.
Yeah, we love that program. It brings a tear.
We were actually lucky enough, and you know, we've always had support from this marina. We took out a group of orphans. A friend of mine owns a company that, an organization, they teach orphans how to surf so they have an extra avenue in life. They can go, you know, have a stress reducer and connect with the ocean. And we actually took a bunch of them out on the boats. And you mentioned the inner city kids. I thought it was really interesting. So we've taken myriads of different people, like tons of different groups out. These kids were some of the most appreciative kids I've ever, and these kids grew up in rough lives. You know, it makes me fortunate to have had the upbringing I had. You know, not everyone gets that awesome opportunity, and these kids were so appreciative. Since then, those kids have kept in touch with us, they've written us, they reach out to us every now and then, ask how we're doing, and even years later will thank us for that day on the bay.
Oh, it's so great. And so now that there's that connection to the water, you know, so I think all of us, even if you don't live near the ocean, that it's your right to be connected to it, and vacate by it, and recreate by it, and you know,